Hello and welcome, Stage 7 of Unleash the Beast, the finale. Let's see how crazy this gets, if it gets crazy. So far, I got 2 upgrades. Had 2 upgrades for a little while now, and that's been doing me just fine. Well, I've been pushing it, but I want to push it, right? I want this to be difficult. You could just see. Check out this video, and you'll be able to see if you need more upgrades or not. So, this is hard. I found this hard, so I'm pushing this. You can see I'm pushing this crazy. Because you need to get through this traffic so stinking fast to get up there to the guys you're supposed to be contending with. So I'm driving this crazy aggressive. Like that is some pretty aggressive driving. Here we go, there's 5th place. So 4th place, still in the S's. And yeah, so I'm gonna be pushing some limits here. I might get a little bit nasty. Maybe. Let's just see. Woo boy, yeah, we're gonna cut this. See if I can catch up that way. I'm just seeing, I'm taking my 2 upgrades as long as I can. So if I've got to do a little bit of cutting to see if I can earn this cheaper, because people always ask, what's the cheapest you can earn it? Well, if it's no holds barred, if it's like whatever it takes is whatever is good, then that's what I'll see if I can show you guys. So we'll just see if this is possible with taking some cuts. Because these guys, they're not just stinking fast in the straights anymore. They're out-cornering me. Like, there we go. That's a good corner. But look, generally speaking, you can out-corner a bot. Obviously, they're way better than me now. Like, I'm way below the recommended PR. So, which you could see, actually. This corner, I think I can take it full throttle. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, cutting the chicane. Trying to not get damaged, though, when I do it. I don't want to give the pit maneuver to this guy, because there's a way to do it without damaging yourself, but it always slows you down. You got to get off the gas then. I need my momentum, because 4th place is gaining on me awful fast. Okay, let's see if I can hold it through the S's. At least not lose some gains. Oh man, 20-meter gap between me and 4th. Oh! You can out-S them. I don't know if that's a thing, but look at that. I'm pretty good at this then. 2nd place. And that's legit. I used a cut earlier, but I was falling back. Okay, this might be possible without any cutting at all. Ooh! Oh, that's not good. But late braking sometimes is what it takes to get a position. I must have really taken Zoe out. Magnus is right on my bumper. And oh my goodness. Okay, so this is strategy. I'm blocking. You got to know where bots want to drive and then drive there. So you have to know where bots like to drive. And then you do a combination of it. So when I'm blocking, I'm purposely driving where they want to. Oh, nuts. Oh, release the horde. That's just great. Come on. Oh, I can't. Oh, man. Back to my sorry, guys. You've got to know where the bots drive so you can block them when it's time to block. But then, when it's time for gains, you also need to not be where they're driving when you're entering a corner. Else you're just going to nail them. So right now, I need to know where they're going to drive and not drive there. And, woo, shut that door. Okay, so... definitely some cheating there, off-track cutting. I got through it. 2 upgrades. Maybe I should have just bought some upgrades, but I really resisted. Oh my gosh, that got really close. I resisted as long as I can. And you know what, guys? That was as long as I could. 8 of 27 upgrades, not what you're seeing here. I bought more before I did so many retries and sometimes I just lose some of that footage because sometimes it can be a lot of footage, like an hour or so of just retrying. And so then I've sometimes accidentally deleted it. The hardest part here is the speed requirement. So yes, I went a little bit off track there, yeepity-you. Getting to 1st place isn't hard here. The speed requirement is the hardest part. And with these upgrades, I still have to go flying off track to hit the speed requirement, which means I then have to catch up to the field because I'm probably going to give up at least 100 or 200 meters by doing that. Average speed requirement, not a problem here. The top speed target is difficult. I want to hit it here. Okay, Oh, that's so hard to do. So we're downhill heading into corner 1. You need to get the race line correct, so you go as far to the right as possible. Start the turn early. Watch my speed. Woo! Barely hit it with 8 of 27 upgrades. Now, there's one more $R upgrade I could buy, and I didn't, and hopefully I can finish this without needing it. Then we'll get into my total costs at the end, but I don't think I'm going to need it, which means I did this a little bit cheaper than I did the first time I did the event. There we go. There's average speed again. And nuts. I forget if I got to win this race or anything. I'm pretty sure the lapped cars are going to help me win this race, though. Yeah, the lapped cars are going to be really slow. They're going to slow down the field. Okay. And still, oh, yeah. I see lapped cars ahead of me already. I think. Isn't that what I see? Maybe not. Oops, cut that too much. Well, come on, let's go. Zippity Zooda. I'm actually wasting time by the way I'm driving this. Yeah, there's lapped cars there. All right, perfect. There we go. Oh, that was close to going off track. You can see I'm pushing it, man. The only reason why I'm gaining is because of that lapped car. Okay, this isn't great. Inside line! Okay, sorry. My voice goes up an octave or two and I feel like I'm about to get wrecked. Okay, now I'm happy. I can keep Magnus behind me and deal with some lap traffic here. Don't want to mess with him too much. Now again, I got to watch my average speed, right? So I can't give up too much here. But I don't necessarily want a huge lead still. So I'll reel Magnus in a little bit, but I'm not... Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm still okay, thankfully. Just checking my speed requirement there. I can slow down, reel Magnus back in, and not worry too much. That was a little bit... Oh, wow! Bye-bye, Magnus. That's kind of crazy. Okay. Driver level 12. I'm moving up. Yay for me. Okay, still 8 of 27 upgrades. You could see it there that time. So you know that I finished that last event with 8 of 27 upgrades. Now, this, I wasn't sure how hard this was going to be. This is pretty long. We're not going to do the whole thing. We're going to be zipping ahead a little bit. You just need to drive clean and fast. And you could take some cuts. I was taking cuts. I'll show you a bit of that. So this is already lap 2. Here you want to take this nice and clean. Get to the throttle early. That's the secret of corner 2 there. Throttle early. And then start your turns very early here, then very minimal brakes. Oh, that's not good. Starting your turns early. I'm going to zip ahead one more lap. And I'm right on Magnus. You could be cutting the next 2 corners the way you saw me doing them earlier. Definitely what I was doing to get to this position was taking some more cuts. And of course, cutting the last chicane. Oh, that's okay. So there you go. Obviously, I got ahead of Magnus. Probably could have been done without any cutting, but I wasn't quite sure. In a 3-lap race, you don't necessarily want to do that again and again if you don't have to, especially since finishing in second place will increase bot difficulty. Even if you're, 10 kilometers behind first place, you're finishing second place. So you got to be careful with that in these special events. Anytime you have a podium finish, it's going to increase bot difficulty. First, second, third. Third, not as much, but still. So, yeah. Obviously, this part isn't very difficult, but he's gaining on me. How does he do there? I out-cornered him. That's because I am more awesomer. Of course, that's not a word. Okay, well, we'll reel Magnus in a little bit as we get to the end of this particular race. Not very much, though. I don't know if I need to even care about it much anymore. Let's just finish it. I think at this point, I think I went past the hardest of it. Oh, maybe not. Well, if you don't know how to use brake assist, this could be really hard for you. If you don't know how to drive without it. Yeah. Learning no assists can be difficult. I do have a video that kind of walks you through the stages of doing that if you ever want to learn how to do no assist racing. In the video, I also show how much faster it is. I use Brands Hatch because it's a nice short track, and I do several examples, and it is very shocking to see how much faster you are without assists. And then I go through some of the strategy of how you can remove them and learn how to drive without them. So I'm gonna have that video at the end here, and yeah, that can help you to make that transition. A big thing is one of the big secrets is steering sensitivity. Adjusting that can help a lot. And just don't try to do all tracks at once, because that's an awful lot to take on. The biggest misconception, I'd say, is that people think you have to learn every single car at every single track. And that's really not true. You learn a track and then you tweak it for each car. So you're often using very similar braking points and reference points, and you're just making mild adjustments. Now, in some cars, you totally skip certain braking points. In other cars, you've got to add one or two. So there's that. But like at Melbourne, I was even talking about that in certain cars, I don't even brake for the one chicane. Like the last chicane. Well, second last chicane. Anyhow, we're not there. Let's not talk about that. All right. Here we are at the very last race, and I'm going to try this. Let's keep it legal, and let's just see if I can get to the lead legally. So no off-track cuts at all, just proper racing, or real racing 3 racing. I'm not going to totally handicap myself here, but real racing 3 racing, which means 2 tires are going to be off track an awful lot, but not a corner 1. I'm going to try to do this legit. I'm going to go to the outside, which is definitely not the preferred line, but right there I'm on the curb. That's still considered on track. And taking an outside corner off track is definitely not going to help you. It's, very counterproductive. Okay, already in 8th place. I'm going to be in 5th very quickly, obviously. Getting into 4th is easy. Getting into 1st from there could take me a couple of laps. But we're going to keep it legit. Let's just see if I can drive, if I can apply what I've been learning. Do a really good job here. Oh, that is a horrible. Well, that was embarrassing. Okay, hairpin. I was braking wrong. Okay, great, fabulous. 2 very important corners, and I messed those up. So, and you can see the consequences of that. 3rd place, 200 meters away from me. Okay, you gotta take this really good. Now this right here is where I have problems, and I just had problems. Well, lap 1 was all about learning, because I didn't do much good there. 220, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, I don't know, what do we got here? 230 gain. I should be able to gain there. Brake right as that curb's ending. No cuts or monkey butts. Okay, there we go. Oh, that was pretty good. When your distance marker doesn't appear at all, you know it's less than 150 meters. 145, 140, 140. Ooh, very quickly he got to almost a 200 meter lead on me. But can I outdrive him? I think I can outdrive them. So you'll notice here that I'm full throttle, very light braking point here. Make it early. You don't want to be squealing out of there. Still full throttle. Short braking point here, an early one. If you did that correctly, you can sometimes pull this full throttle. I wasn't quite confident, so I did a very slight braking point. Okay, on the brakes right as I'm going over the curb here. Little back to the gas, not much. Back to that throttle early. Oh, nuts. Couldn't go anywhere. So outside or inside? I don't know. I'll go outside. Okay, well, I reeled them in pretty good. Now I got to maintain, because now they're going to just start pulling away on these speed runs. Ugh, boy. Okay, well, let's not make any mistakes. Okay, on the throttle, on the brakes early, on the throttle early. Oh, that's good. That's pretty good. I could do better. That's pretty good. And I can gain on this corner if I get the race line correct. If I get it correctly, no brakes. Very nice. Nice gains. Let's overtake him. Or, it feels like I'm over braking, doesn't it? Come on. Oh, I can't get beside him enough to slow him down. Gotta let him go. Boy, that's trickier than I thought. Woo! That's some bot trust, isn't it? Yeah, I've done this a few times. Okay, so now you're just in the perfectly wrong spot for me. I don't like this very much. I'm gonna put you in the bad race line, and now I'm in the bad race line. And then I'm doing that one wrong again. Let's get to the brakes early here. Well, I'd like to stay full throttle through this. Ooh, that's pushing it, isn't it? But look at the rewards. Look at the rewards for a proper race line. Nice gains. Okay, I should get Magnus here. Oh, nice! Beautiful overtake. Now, hairpin. Hairpin, hairpin, hairpin. I do not like this hairpin. That was good. That was a good corner. Spoon. It's all about spoon. I should be able to have Zoe this lap if I do a good job at spoon. Think so, think so, think so. Okay, Zoe, what are you going to do? Okay, can you get on those brakes right here early? Power, power, power! Very nice. Okay, we know I'm good at the next corner. I might be taking Zoe at the chicane. I think so. I think I can set this up. Start your turn and let's go. Oh, beautiful! Careful on that braking point. Look at that! Beautiful! That was a beautiful overtake. All right, obviously we warped ahead. The rest of that was really easy for me. There you go. I legitimately got to first place with no cheating and no benefits from lapped cars. Little correction here. All $R upgrades would be 11 of 27 upgrades, so I'm 3 short. I spent 286,800 $R, got back 80,000 R and 30 gold, plus a bunch of race earnings from all the races I ran. So please like and subscribe. Here's the playlist link and something else for fun. And thanks for joining me, guys. Bye-bye now.